The board games that you own can be a lot better.
You know when you've played and thought about, could this be prettier? Could this be cooler? Could this be more convenient? It can.
And we're gonna get it done. We have tons of board games, and they all are great, beautiful, and so on, but all of them can get better. And we're gonna prove it, because each of us has picked one game that we will improve in a month's time. We're gonna bring you through the process of how we do that, what are our plans, then doing those plans, and then at the end we're gonna present to you
And to each other,
the best board games we could come up with.
best version of that board game. Which brings us to the point, I am going to be tuning Cascadia. Cascadia what? Wait.
This makes my pick kinda awkward.
Cascadia is a simple family game where you're placing tiles and placing animals on those tiles to build your area, world. By placing animals, you're trying to score those animals. It's simple, it's quick. Does it need to be tuned and blinged out?
Yes, it does.
Of course it does. Of course they do.
Yeah, I awkwardly picked the biggest game that I almost had.
You understand, we're just starting this series, and we should have started.
Well, go big or go home for me. This is one of my favorite games of all time, which is Lord of the Rings in a box. And there's a lot of improvements to be had. I was so enthusiastic about this game that I wanna improve and show you that I'm the best at doing this.
There are no limits. Whatever fits or doesn't fit in the box, do whatever you feel that is going to enhance your experience with this game. You'll rate us. You'll tell us who did better.
Yeah. So one of us will win this challenge.
And get the other one's pimped out game.
I mean, this, no, this is just no.
Thank you, see you in a month.
Screw you, see you.
Goodbye.
You're gonna rate who did a better job, and the loser has to wear the other person's made t-shirt for a video.
Don't say Jans.
T or G. If I did a better job, which I will, then write that T did a better job. That's all you need to remember. Bye.
G!
So it's time to get started, so I will tell you a little bit about my game of War of the Ring. War of the Ring is an epic game by itself, but it doesn't mean it can be improved. There's huge armies, and when they are on the table, it's really hard to tell which one is which, because this is red, that's red, this is red. There's a lot of cards that I want to sleeve, because you always have these in hand. These black lines right here, these are mountains, and players cannot pass through them, but people tend to forget about it.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm reading Plain to Insane for Dummies, and I still am not getting anything. Wait, is that a good or a bad thing?
Plan is to find the best solutions for the mountains. I will ask my brother, which we will be visiting in just a moment, to print out some mountains. He said he doesn't have the most detailed printer, but to be honest, I don't really care. The thought matters, right? I will brush them, paint them, and I think that should be looking pretty cool. Okay, so we are at my brother's house. We found few ideas that we could use, and there's already 3D designs right there by amazing people that we will credit underneath in the description. So if you need these 3D print files, you can find them in the description. You already printed a mountain, right? I'll show you a mountain, wait. We already have one mountain. That's really cool. So we're pressing play and let's go.
I'm here at the shopping mall to get something for the upgrade of the game. No, it's not gonna be insane, or is it? It's right there in the bookstore. I wonder what is it? Cascadia Encyclopedia? No, I'm kidding. Or am I? Either way, I'm gonna go get in. Wait until the end of the video to see what that is.
So I have an idea. I know that's never a good thing, but I have one and I'm excited about it. You see, I always used this custom printed out cheat sheet for the setup to know where to place anything. But I thought, hey, what if I wouldn't need that and I wouldn't need rulebook at all? What if all the information for the setup would already be there on the board? You know, you just open the board and voila. So I started working on it and this is what I got. I counted all the miniatures that you need to set up and where, and now I'm creating a Photoshop file that I hopefully will be able to print out and then stick onto the board. So when I look at the board, I immediately know where to place which miniatures. Sounds good in theory, let's make it happen. So my little brother got tired of me and he gave me his 3D printer. So now actually I can print stuff myself, which is super exciting. Let's get to it. First results of the 3D printing has come in and I'm super stoked to show you. It still needs some cleaning up, so plenty of work to do. Let's get to it. Sleeves came in and we can get to some sleeving. This will make sure that they stay fresh for years to come. So it's officially done. I've sleeved all the 100 cards, but we have a new problem now. So this is the official insert, and when we place the cards in, they just don't fit anymore. Which means we need a new insert.
Now what you're doing?
Cooking some ideas.
That looks like an egg to me.
Shut up.
Oh, you shut up.
Not unless you shut up first.
I found the definition of insane and it says it's characterized or caused by madness, foolish, irrational, or shocking. And I feel like up to this point everything is like cool but not insane, right? So I'm struggling to find something that is just impressive or amazing, and yeah, I have no clue how to do it.
Well, I already said what I have. I have Cascadia.
I have War of the Ring.
From the outside, it all looks the same. Wait, this says for quiet. Okay, wait for it. So you open and the wonder is already spilling out of the box. My wife said it's like an opening to a Disney movie. Do you see this?
I see that.
It's normally not there. Have you heard of DIY?
Yes.
Mine's more like DIY. Each time somebody wins a game of Cascadia, in this case, gets to pick one of these stickers and place it anywhere they want. Well, you can make up the rules as you go, maybe not on the cover if you don't want to ruin it. But for me, it's anywhere. Anywhere as long as it doesn't obstruct the gameplay. My wife won the first game with this rule and now there's a flower. She said, next time I'm gonna win, I'm gonna place another one. And then he's just gonna have flowers coming out of his head. So, you know, there's already excitement to go back in and place these stickers. The stickerier it's gonna get, the more games I play.
It's a great way to personalize it for sure.
And also that. And you can pick any stickers you wanna offer your friends.
That's a great idea. The first thing you always open up from the game is the board.
Yeah.
And I think you already can see some of
I
it
see.
here.
Oh, you also went with the stickers.
Hey, what if you don't have to even open up any rule books or anything? You can set up the figures just looking at the board. To set up the game, I don't have to open anything. I can take figures and place everything. And the best part, if we both play the game, we both can easily check and do it at the same time. So the setup is much quicker now.
There are cards, even though it's not a card game. And those cards tell you how each of the animals will score points. Yeah, you place them on the table, and then you can pick them up to check. Let's see where you're sitting. Maybe you don't see them as well. The obvious solution would be make them stand up so it's easier to see. I went online, found an STL file. It was like 95 cents. It was really cheap, and sent you the measurements. Which created this. There are 5 cards that this should hold. It doesn't hold a single. Mistakes were made, okay?
So essentially you sent me millimeters, but you wanted centimeters.
We're not gonna dwell on the mistakes, we're just gonna move on to...
I didn't know what you want.
It should have been this. It should have been this, and now I could place all of my cards on the standee, and now it's easier to see what animals and how score, and it's easier to grab the card to look at it and place it back in.
This is great. Like immediately when you sent me the STL file, I thought that's a brilliant idea. Yeah, for sure.
I didn't come up with this idea. STL files already existed, but I looked it up.
I did the most obvious thing anybody would do, sleeve the cards.
Yeah, I thought it was so obvious that I didn't even do it.
Sleeving the cards meant that they don't go into the box anymore.
You wouldn't believe how much that happens in this world.
I basically printed out a brand new insert for the whole box. And this is not only cool for the cards, but also for the miniatures as well. Something, again, that improves the setup of the game and takedown. Just nice and much cooler than few baggies and a really bad insert.
Yeah, I feel like you actually got what the assignment was, and me, maybe not so much.
Number one, we're here for the entertainment. And you have that covered for sure.
Okay, let's move on then to the next part. One of the things you do each turn is draw some tiles, and then you have to refill the tiles. And it involves a lot of touching stuff that other people will be touching. This is actually serious stuff. So no problem here. We can disinfect our hands easily before, after drawing tiles. Everyone's safe. You don't have to worry anymore with our household. It's not household. With our disinfectant that comes with the game.
Hope you have like hand moisturizer as well there.
That's in the next episode.
Right. So I did the next obvious thing. I painted all the miniatures.
Oh my god.
And we can now test how well does the setup
Setting
work.
up. Oh wow.
So
What the hell, man? This is crazy.
at the start of this challenge, I thought I'm gonna just shade them and do it really, really quickly. But then I realized it's my game and I wanna play it and I want it to look cool. More than 200 miniatures.
Full disclosure, I think it took you longer painting these two little small guys than it did for the whole package that I did. Just so you know, you could upgrade games like Cascadia like 20 in the time it takes to paint these little guys.
I went all out for the special characters. All the bases are different now. They not only feel, they look special, right?
Right, Mr. Smarty Pants. I also have miniatures. You have these animal tokens that you place on the board and you're gonna score them, like we already found out. I got minis for Cascadia. We have bears.
Ooh.
We have deer. We have birds.
That's freaking cool.
We have foxes. And we have salmon. They do pop more on the board once you place them, and it's easier to notice where it is. But I ordered them, and that blew like 2/3 of the budget that I had.
There's this diplomacy track. And you
Okay.
have these tokens that, what is that? You can't even tell. Like, I guess it's a horse, right?
It's a horse when you look at it
It's horse. If the faction becomes active, then you turn it around and now it's blue. And sometimes when you're sitting at the other side of the table, it's difficult to see. On and on and on. So I just 3D painted tokens like these. First of all, you immediately see the coloring, and whenever it's active, you turn it to the other side, and it's,
and it pops.
It really pops, and you see the board is pretty busy, and there's usually huge armies, and there's sometimes not enough space for them. So you can pick them up and then send them to any of these spaces, right? And then usually you place a token here to represent that. That token is also just a regular token. So what you can now do is add the flag there, and then you know that this army is this one.
So what essentially is happening here, there's the collector edition of World Ring, and this is becoming that.
I'm cheap. I don't have enough money to do that, so I'm just.
Well, in the end, the time you spent on this.
Whenever there's combat, you have to roll dice.
Yeah.
Two problems: the dice were really small and didn't look good, and number two, there were 5 dice for both players. A friend of mine ordered it for himself, and then he also ordered for me. So now both teams have their own silver dice. Super simple upgrade, but it's really
makes things easier and
convenient.
faster. Yeah.
I kind of feel like I'm losing this one.
Anyway, I have only 2 more things to go. So right here on the side of the box, we have 2 QR codes, and one is going to be for the scoring app. There is a scoring app. Yeah, you scan it, download it, and it's easier to score. Don't have to worry about pen and paper or anything. And then there's music. There is a nice YouTube video with ambient music that plays in the background, and you just scan it and it goes there. You don't have to look for anything. It's right there. So there's one. Okay, that was me.
Okay. So I'm opening now my special box.
Okay. He's just getting to his special box. I'm almost out of things to show you guys. Just one more. And he's opening his special box. Next time I'm picking World of the Ring.
Another insane thing you can put into your board game box is our t-shirt. We have new insane and crazy designs coming out just now. And with the holiday season approaching, don't be insane and get these now and gift to someone. Best of all yourself, obviously.
Oh wow, you painted them this time.
Yeah.
Yes, those are giant snakes, in case you're wondering. It's a pile of giant snakes.
So now there are mountains like these.
That's a lot of mountains.
That's a lot of mountains for sure. So it's a life improvement that I was considering long time ago, and now I actually did it, and it's super cool. Not my design, by the way. It's similar to you. I found online, and you can get it for free. Actually, this one. I'll leave in the description all the work from other people that we used. When I started 3D printing stuff, because I hadn't done it before, I didn't know how to deal with different like artifacts, and I learned that the best way is you print it out and then you blast it with a heat gun. Not too much, so it
Doesn't melt the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. But then you get rid of all the small artifacty things and strings and everything, and then you prime it, paint it, and so on.
Let's just put me out of my misery and I'll do my last thing. Okay, so what's the worst thing about playing board games?
Rulebook.
Okay, next thing.
Setup.
Next thing. Always somebody's going to lose in the game, but that doesn't feel good, right? Losing is never good.
Yeah.
It feels bad, especially if you're a non-gamer. You feel even more pressure of not being the last or losing. But worry no more. It's called the sweet defeat.
Wow.
So somebody who loses, you hand them this little box. He's the only one who gets that.
That's great.
First of all, there's a sweet in there. But another great thing is, you know how people say, oh, I don't remember when's the last time I played this game? You open it, and you will immediately know when is the last time you played this game. So it's two things in one. But yeah, sweet defeat can be used in any game. Just put a sweet in there. And they're not gonna feel as bad. Fully tested with scientific methods, people feel much better when you hand them a piece of candy. And that concludes my DIY of Cascadia.
You were a lot more witty about these things. I went with almost brute force.
Well, what else do you got?
All right. The whole point of the game is about fighting and destroying the ring, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, getting some vibes here. Okay,
Yeah. And
go.
you can get these points by destroying strongholds, right?
Yes.
Do you see them? It's
I
kinda-
don't. They're these squares, those are the strongholds.
Yeah.
I can't. If only there was a way.
What if there's a shire, like a small shire stronghold right there?
Okay.
Gondor, right?
Wow. Okay.
You know what's really cool part?
No.
If you look at the bottom, here's an empty place where you can place the mountain, and here's the Woodland realm. This is right here. So this is there. This is Moria with all the gates and everything. These gates open up if you want to, but I'm really afraid to do that. So.
You haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
You haven't said friend, so.
Melon. There.
I'm afraid to fail my knowledge of Lord of the Rings.
It's okay. It's only the whole internet watching.
Okay, stop. It's enough. We got it. It just. Okay.
Should I or no?
Okay.
Should I stop?
No. You just continue.
Should I stop?
Okay.
Two big pieces. Last ones.
Nice. I was gonna ask, where's Mr.
This mountain's piece, right? It looks also very like
Flat?
I created a mountain where you can actually place the hobbits who are posing in to the volcanoes.
Remember at the beginning when we said you should vote on who won? There's no need. It's a friendly competition.
I said that you're wittier than me. I just went with the brute printing and coloring.
Okay.
All right.
At some point in this video, I might have said, oh, next time I'm picking the big box. I'm not sure I want to.
In the excitement of filming, I just completely forgot one thing that I'm so excited about that I just want to show you, alright? You already know that in the game there are these strongholds and they have different values. Like these two little ones will give you just 1 victory point, while these will give you 2. And also they can be controlled by both of the players. And when you have million miniatures and strongholds on the board, it's easy to miss who's controlling what, where are the points. So I created an easy fix. Here's a flag that gives you 1 point, and here's a flag that gives you 2 victory points. And this represents the shadow player strongholds, and this represents the free people's strongholds. All of the strongholds have tiny little holes, and you can just stick them right in there. This is 2 points, this is 1 point, and both controlled by the shadow player, while these are controlled by the other side. And whenever you take a stronghold, you can take the flag out and just as easily place yours in. It's just a tiny little idea, but it makes a huge difference.
Last thing for me, all right? I will need you to close your eyes, all right? And whatever happens, don't open them, all right?
Okay, well.
This will take a while, so just you wait there.
I wait. Put me out of my misery.
Yeah, I'll remove everything.
Oh my god. That's a good thing you asked me to close my eyes because nobody can see me crying. No, I haven't opened them. I just said that it could be funny if you just went to have lunch and I'm just sitting here and nothing's happening. What are you doing?
This is playing to insane, man. You having good fun?
Okay. So what I'm hearing is you're putting a giant rain coat,
Yeah.
and then I'm afraid what's gonna happen next to it, isn't
Have you
it?
seen Dexter?
I have. Oh no. I don't want to know what it is now. Should I want to know? It sounds scary. What's going on? What's going on? Like, you're changing into something, but in what you for your golem? Hold it with your comments. We know he won, okay? Just chill. Jeez. So you're mixing. There's definitely some wetness going to happen.
You are playing the free people, the good guys.
Okay.
You are Frodo and Sam going to the mountain. Just this tough journey is almost done.
Okay.
You go to the top and finally release the ring into the Mount Doom.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Ring and open your eyes. Congratulations, you won the game! See? That's it. You wanted insane, so this was insane.
Wow.
How was it? Anyways, thanks for watching Playing to Insane. I had a blast doing this.
I'm gonna need this now.
Yeah, let us know if you enjoyed this series, the video, and if you would like us to do more of it. Bye.